Okay guys, welcome back to the Soul Scotsman. Tonight we're going to do a very special episode. We're going to look at drinking what's called Makgeolli. So why don't you join us in a minute? Okay guys, so we're here. I'm joined by a very special guest. This is Korea's premier horse racing announcer, Alistair.
Good evening, Mark. Thank you for having me.
No problem at all. Thank you for finally joining after the 5 years I've been asking.
It's fantastic because usually when we're together we talk about bad football, and today we're going to talk about hopefully slightly better drink.
Amazingly, I actually haven't drank this yet, so this really is like a kind of first time drinking reaction, yeah? But why, Alistair, have I got you on here? I've got you on because you are obviously, as I said, Korea's premium horse racing announcer.
So you wanted to do some joke about there being a picture of the horse on the bottle of the beer and therefore, right, I get it.
Well, I mean, if we're going to drink horse alcohol, we're going to go to baseball. If you can hear in the background, we're actually at Moonhack. We're going to go and watch, who plays at Moonhack?
The SSG Landers, and they're playing against the LG Twins.
Okay, and why are we going here?
Because it's there.
Because it's there. It's close to my house and close to your house now actually as well, yeah? Okay, so of course we are going to look at horse alcohol, but before we look at horse alcohol, it's not actually horse alcohol, that would be...
Yeah, that was part of my contract of coming on, that there was actually no horses harmed in the making of either of these two products.
This little one does look as if he's been harmed with something, and judging by this picture, he's been harmed by black beans. I'm not sure feeding black beans to horses is actually a good idea, yeah? But anyway, before we look at the alcohol, is there a horse race, like a moment, a memorable race that you've watched, been a part of? Not as a jockey, but maybe.
What do you suggest?
Tall.
So many, but I can think of one or two.
Okay, so instead of telling us about it, can you take it away?
Well, that's it. Ready to go. And the gates are back, they're away and racing, and Mark is a little slow to stride as subway line 1 fails to cooperate, but he's in hot pursuit as they head to the first obstacle, the GS25. And it's a 4 for man 1 special with 2 Tigers and 2 Qingdao, and they're taken down on the steps outside. Pressing on, and they enter the stadium for some football with bonus points for smuggling 3 cash past a teenage security guard. The game is dull, but there is more cash, and they'll clear out the empties before heading back to town. To the Makgeolli restaurant, where it's Soju Hanbyung, it's Mekchu Dubyung Jiseo, multiplied by 3. Into the closing stages they go, and Mark is flat to the boards, but flying down the outside from nowhere is the Makgeolli bar. He's got his second wind. They only have Jiangsu, but he's poured it, he's drunk it. Here's the line, and it's the beer Soju Makgeolli trifecta, and they'll be dancing in the streets of Bupyeong tonight.
Okay, well, that was amazing. That is why you are a horse announcer and I'm still a teacher, yeah? Okay.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. So, what do you want to do first? Do you want to do the Makgeolli beer or do you want to do the Makgeolli?
I have a feeling that when we do finally gravitate into the stadium, we're going to be doing beer. So it might be a good idea to start with beer, then have the Makgeolli, and so therefore later on, if we do end up drinking any more, then we would go for beer.
That literally made absolutely no sense.
Okay.
But anyway, that sounds good to me. I imagined when you said we're going to be drinking beer, we thought let's get the Makgeolli out of the way first and then drink the beer, which is what I was imagining, but anyway. Okay, so just a little bit of background about why this beer is called Makgeolli. It's actually made by Squeeze Craft Beer, which is a brewery that makes the Urban Rabbit one or something like it's called as well.
Oh, okay.
And Makgeolli is, in actual fact, I'm reliably informed by an expert on these things, which is yourself, that Makgeolli is a shoe polish. I had a look on the way here, and it is a shoe polish.
You were able to find it, were you?
I was able to find it, and I have an amazing fact for you. It was actually founded by the ex-Posco CEO.
Oh, was it really?
So there you go. So what actually happened was Squeeze decided to kind of jump in on the recent craft beer idea, and I think Sevenbrow named a beer after a really popular flower brand. So Squeeze named a beer after a shoe polish brand, because that's exactly what happened.
And does it have any relation with the Gompyo as well?
Apparently not.
None at all?
No, so the Gompyo is made by Sevenbrow. That's the flower one. They've got a flower beer, which is a white beer, and they've got like a flower Makgeolli as well, which is obviously white beer. Anyway, so let's have a quick look now. You haven't tasted this before, right?
I've never tasted this before,
okay.
no.
So, first of all, it is obviously a dark beer.
Yep.
I'm going not going to tell a lie. I did drink half a can watching Songnam lose 3-1 to the Blue Wings or something. So I've actually haven't tasted it since then.
Okay.
So yeah, Slanjava, Gombe. Let's have a little taste. See what you think.
It's an excellent pour. I know you're quite a pro at this.
If you take the other cups off, it actually isn't that bad a pour. To be honest.
Okay.
Okay, I mean maybe I poured mine better than I poured yours, yeah? That is actually a shocking pour.
That is a shocking pour, but nevertheless, I'll give it a go anyway.
Okay. It's more head than beer. And if James was watching, that's what she said.
Because when you look at it, you expect it to be like a Guinness. You
You
expect
do,
it to be
right?
a stout.
Yeah.
But it's not a stout, is it?
It's not a stout. I don't actually know what it is. It's a Korean version of a stout. I actually don't mind it. It's like a Dunkel, I think the Germans call it.
Right.
Maybe. It's not too bad.
It's quite soft. It's quite easy to drink.
Yeah.
I'm not really getting any strong flavour from it at all.
No.
I'm not getting an unpleasant flavour either.
No.
I'm not really thinking horses.
Well, that was my main question. Like, when you drink this, do you instantly close your eyes and see, like someone pulling up White Socks just in the race?
Well, naturally, I do that. I do that all the time anyway. So no, I wouldn't say that. I would say it's clean, it's fresh. It's very cold. It needs to be cold. I wouldn't like to drink this particularly warm, but it's okay. It probably does a job. I'd say we're outside, and it probably is quite an outside beer as well. Don't think it's what you would call a session beer. I'm not sure you'd have too many of them.
No. And that might explain why there was 2 cans in my fridge for about a month. Because when I drank the first one watching Songnam, I didn't really want to have a second one any time after it. But it's not bad, right?
It's not bad. Yeah, not bad. I'd say it's not a session drink. I wouldn't be rushing out to buy 4 of them to drink all at once. But yeah, just as a starter, then no problem. Nice.
And amazing enough, for a beer named after a shoe polish, it doesn't taste too bad.
It doesn't taste. Is this why it's the colour rather than it being a stout? They want it to look like the shoe polish.
The thing is, so the shoe polish is available. There's actually 3 different. Well, there's so many now, but originally there was 3: black, brown, and you ready for this one? Transparent.
Okay.
Now, black shoe polish is for black shoes. Brown shoe polish is for brown shoes. I don't know what transparent shoe polish is for. But not bad, right?
Not bad. Very drinkable.
Very drinkable. Very drinkable. Not too bad. Do you want to finish the can, or do you want to head straight into the Makgeolli and then finish the can on the way to the stadium?
Let's head straight into the Makgeolli while we're not too full, while we're not too bloated.
I get the feeling this is going to get put. I get the feeling the reason why that tree over there is dead is because we've done 5 takes of pouring the Malpio down there for the last 2 weeks, right? Anyway, that's
so. What kind of Makgeolli is this? How long does it keep?
So basically, it actually only keeps. It's got a really short shelf life. Well, not short, but about 3-4 weeks.
And you were able to buy this right next to your house.
Amazingly, there's a CU right next door to my house. That what the woman does is it seems as if every month she buys 5 or 3 or 4 random Makgeollis. So this month it was Malpio. Last month it was some Edong rice Makgeolli or wheat Makgeolli actually. The month before that she had the champagne one.
Okay.
Not the actual champagne one, but the champagne company makes a different one.
Cooks them down,
yeah. See, you know more than I do, yeah. So interestingly, this is to stay in line with the shoe polish idea.
Oh, you're kidding me.
I am not. Okay, so I actually haven't drank this before, and that was not anything like what I was expecting. So this, to stay in line, what I was saying was to stay in line with shoe polish is actually black bean Makgeolli. But they have amazingly made a black beer for the black shoe polish and
a brown Makgeolli for the
brown one, which means you know what's coming next, right?
The transparent one?
Which is obviously soju. So they must be going to bring soju.
Has that happened yet? It might.
If it hasn't, you can contact me anytime, guys. And yeah, I can do your marketing. Let's have a quick taste. It's black bean. If you like black bean Makgeolli.
Not really. I'm not really a fan of black beans, to be honest.
It smells pretty strong. It smells pretty sour. Wow. Awesome.
Different.
It reminds me of the episode from The Simpsons where Shelbyville are drinking their, not the lemon juice, but what is it, like the grapefruit juice or something that they steal. Oh wow, that's pretty sour, right? Wow, that actually is the first time I've drank that.
I can't believe I'm going to say this, but can I have some more beer, please?
It's not the first time you've actually asked me for more beer, to be honest, right? Usually it's preceded by the statement, do you have the time or have time? Do you have time, right? I'm going to drink it just purely because I paid for it and I'm Scottish. I guess you'll drink the beer, but what are we thinking?
To be honest, I have that reaction when I drink a lot of Makgeollis for the first time, and usually then after 2 or 3 more sips it gets a little bit better. I'm seeing a lot of sediment and stuff in the bottom here, so I have a feeling in terms of me this probably isn't my kind of Makgeolli.
Yeah.
I'd say this is one for the purists.
So I don't know if you can see, but there's quite a lot of black bean sediment. It settles really, really quickly.
Is there a little bit of carbonation as well in it?
Yeah, it's definitely. I wouldn't shake it too much over a tree. Without a big plastic cup next to you. I'm actually going to disagree with you. I actually really like it.
It's okay. Once I got on to the second or third sip, it's okay.
Yeah,
it is okay. And I said I have this quite a lot when you open a new Makgeolli, because when it comes to Makgeollis, I'm very, very
What's a Jiangsu man?
Very much a Jiangsu man, yeah, which is basically the equivalent of beer being a cask man, which in actual fairness I'm very much a cask man
as well.
As well. So it takes me a little while to become accustomed to this, and while I'm not exactly enthusiastic about drinking the bottom of the cup with all the sediment, the actual
don't worry, I'll
taste
keep
of it,
pouring Makgeolli on top of it for you.
it actually goes down. And see, they gave us a little cheer actually as we had.
They gave us a cheer. I don't know if you heard that,
we had
but
a
that
sip.
is probably SSG.
That'll be SSG, possibly striking out one of the LG players, I would guess.
Didn't SSG used to be called SK
They
Wyverns?
did used to be called the SK Wyverns, yeah.
Okay, so
Now they're called SSG, and they've got loads of Starbucks outlets around the stadium.
Oh.
You're going to absolutely love this.
wow, SSG is a Starbucks gift card or Starbucks?
But SSG
group?
owns Starbucks Korea. So
Wow, that makes. Do they have green uniforms?
on some days they do have a special uniform with the Starbucks landers.
Okay.
Yes.
Do they have different sized cheerleaders? Is it like a venti cheerleader?
I haven't checked that bit out yet, but they do have the very famous cheerleader, the bodybuilder.
Don't know what you're talking
No, I know you wouldn't, but she has actually been the cheerleader for 19 years now.
about. 19 years?
19 years. She began with SK in 2002, and she's still there now.
There's like a really. I'm sure there's a story in there. Like there's a 19-year-old cheerleader.
No, she's.
I mean,
almost-
there's a 19.
Yeah, a 19-year veteran cheerleader.
Wow.
Yeah, she's almost 40 now.
That's pretty incredible. It's
Yeah.
pretty incredible. Okay, so I guess we want to wrap things up because you do want to go and watch the baseball. Although I'll probably join you in half an hour once I drink all this alcohol. But 2 questions.
Yeah.
2 really important
Wow,
questions.
you finished it and they gave you a proper
Yeah,
cheer.
I think I'm the first person to ever finish a cup of it. Where are we placing it? Beer first, Makgeolli first?
I thought the beer's okay. I thought
Yep.
the beer's okay. Makgeolli, I think there's so many options you have with
Yeah.
Makgeolli. So, of course, that's true with beer as well today. I would say this is a novelty one, and in fairness, it was probably designed as a novelty one as well. I don't imagine many people are going to say this is their favourite Makgeolli, but a novelty one. It's something that if I were hosting an event for my horse people, then that's probably this is how I would cater it.
I love how you call them your horse people.
My horse people, yeah, my
It's
horse
just like-
people.
Okay. So beer first, Makgeolli second.
Yeah, I thought the beer was quite clear, quite fresh, quite obviously not clear, but quite fresh, quite crisp, and quite nice. No aftertaste or anything like that. Makgeolli, yeah, okay, but I'd say one for the connoisseurs rather than an everyday drinker.
Yeah, I mean, Sobeksan is a black bean Makgeolli and isn't brown. Pochon has a few. I mean, there's a lot of black bean. I think the brown part is probably the novelty part. I
Could be.
think as well. I really didn't know that's what it was going to look like, which is pretty amazing. And I guess finally, where can we get the soju when it comes out? Where do you think it's going to be better than the beer, better than the Makgeolli, somewhere in between, somewhere behind?
I
Somewhere...
don't think the word better really goes with soju. Stronger, probably.
Stronger.
But obviously craft sojus are really really the thing these
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
So we will see. Again, I'm guessing it's not going to be a session soju, but again, as I said, if I had my horse people over, I had to cater an event, I think that would be the sort of ideal novelty kind of drink for it.
I can think of a little chap from Hong Kong that really needs to drink this when the next time is over.
I think so. I think I know exactly who you're talking about, and I shall send him this video as well.
Definitely. Well, guys, as always, if you like the video, click on like and subscribe. Gombe, Stan Java, Alistair.
Cheers.
Thank you. Cheers. Have a good one. Christ, I can't fucking think of it.
Not a fan of this Makgeolli. The beer was alright.